What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. I got the air conditioning back, so no background fans anymore, thankfully. Alright, so we're going over the Kuva Zarr today, and it's a happy video, guys. If you watched our previous video from like months ago about how I was worried about the Kuva Zarr potentially not being very good, because the base Zarr has pretty outdated stats, DE has delivered. I said they need to buff it a bunch, needs more AoE, needs more crit stats, all that. They delivered. The Kuva Zarr might be one of the best Kuva weapons in the entire game, like easily. I personally feel like it's my favorite primary right now, and I think it kind of destroys the Envoy in certain situations. So let's get into it. We'll show the comparison of the normal Zarr and the Kuva Zarr. We'll go over the builds, and I'm really enjoying it. If you want to check out the live stream today, we will be farming those new primary and secondary arcanes. I need to get those, so I have no more excuses about why I'm still using certain mods. Make sure you check out the live stream channel, and I'm down to farm some arcanes with people from chat, so hit me up if you're on PC and you want to farm some Steel Path arcanes. Okay, so the Kuva Zarr. Let's see what we got here. Now, guys, they buffed it so much. They buffed it so much compared to the normal Zarr. So it's so remember, it says MR15 right here, and this is something that a lot of people point out in the previous video. If you kill the Kuva Lich, you can pick up this weapon even if you're not MR15 from the Foundry, even if you're like MR5. So don't worry about the MR requirement. It's basically just a little thing that they show how strong a weapon's supposed to be. And this thing is very strong. So we've got 25% crit chance at base on the cannon shot. Because remember, the primary shot is the explosive cannonball. There's a secondary shot called the barrage, which is a shotgun. They majorly buffed the range on the shotgun now. And the shotgun's going to hit enemies 20 meters away for full damage. Yeah, it's a gigantic buff. But just going over these stats real quick, we've got 2.5 multiplier on the explosive cannonball. You've got a really slow reload. Remember, this thing reloads one shell at a time. So you fire off 5 with the magazine, you reload 1 at a time. 31 status chance, 7 meter range on the explosion, 70% fall off. So that's actually bigger than the normal Zarr, if I recall correctly. And the barrage actually got a big buff too. Like I said, the range is extremely high, but the crit chance is also very high. With the recently buffed critical delay mod, you could actually get orange crits on the secondary shot with no ribbon. So here's the build I'm going to recommend for the Steel Path. But we also have a ribbon build right here. But the ribbon stats are 0.5 dispo, so don't worry about the ribbons right now. With the recently buffed critical delay, it's better than point strike, but it gives you minus fire rate. So on certain weapons, like the Zarr, where it has low fire rate already, it's not going to matter. But you can see right there, 111% crit chance with no ribbon on the shotgun mode. And the primary shot's going to have 75 with a 5.5 multiplier. So yeah, this thing destroys. It actually destroys. Some things that are downsides about this weapon. It has a pretty low ammo pool. That's why we're running Vigilante supplies to make it where we actually are going to have basically infinite ammo. Also, the sound effects of the Zarr were buffed. It sounds a lot more like metallic. Pretty metal, if you ask me. And then, as you can see right there, the reload speed is noticeably slower compared to the normal Zarr. Let's show the comparison of stats here. And we have a not 60% toxin roll. We have a 54.8% toxin roll right now. And I would probably go with either toxin or radiation in the future. So, as we can see right here, these stat buffs, 8% more crit chance on the primary shot, a little bit faster fire rate, bigger magazine, slower reload. That's also partially because we have more of a magazine. We reload 1 cannonball at a time. More stash chance. Is that like 4 times the base damage? 4-ish times the base damage. 20% more crit chance on the shotgun shot, and more damage there too. Let's just add another 300 damage. Actually, no. That's okay. So the secondary shot on the normal Zarr actually does 300 more damage than the Kuva one. So but you trade off that 300 damage for a much further range. The range on the normal Zarr shotgun shot feels like nothing. So let's show that in effect. If you've used the Zarr before, this might be kind of shocking, guys. So we're looking for 20 meters here. So we can hit them with the shotgun shot from this far back. You'll still get damage numbers, but you're going to hit full damage up to 20 meters away from the enemy. So right around here, still hitting full damage. And it has some built-in punch through too, so keep that in mind. So yes, if you are a Zarr fan, this is definitely very high. An enemy already has died from that far away with the shotgun shot. So yes, the Kuva Zarr is a godly gun. It's a very godly gun. And this is a Hunter Munitions anti-Grenier build meant for the Steel Path. It's going to be one-shotting lots of these guys. and we'll show some Steel Path gameplay for sure. That was a headshot right there. You're not going to be normally getting headshots with this thing, but 137,000 slash proc there. But look at how our ammo almost went down there. If you don't have an ammo mutation, you will run out of ammo with this thing, guaranteed. So there's an orange crit with no Avenge or anything like that, and she took 123,000 on a headshot with the shotgun mode. So yes, guys, this is very, very strong. Let's just show the explosion range without the Amalgam Fury Axe body count is going to be 7 meters. If you're comparing it to the normal Zarr, I think it's like almost double the explosion range. Yeah, it's not double, but it's like a couple extra meters on the explosion range. Yeah, this thing's really good. So we can unequip because the thing is, if you're going to be using this as your main weapon, the Zarr, you can probably use Amalgam Fury Axe body count for increased range. But we'll take it off just for the purpose of this video, even though I will usually be using that on the Zarr. So the reason we formatted this the way we did, I know like you don't really need, honestly, going with 60-60 mods would probably be better for getting more viral procs to go through Hunter munitions. But once I get the new arcanes like Merciless and all that, I'm going to probably be putting Galvanized Aptitude once they bug fix it. Oh, by the way, the developers did say they will be checking out this mod being bugged from the previous video yesterday, so that's good. Maybe put that in this slot right here, take off Serration, put on a 60-60 viral mod instead of the 90%, and you'll be getting more procs that will potentially be better for your Galvanized Aptitude. So that's basically going to be the plan right there. But for the time being, just keep Serration on there. Okay. Actually, it's Prime Kryos was in that slot. And yeah, it's actually really, really good, guys. So if you just put on Point Strike, you'll not have 111% crit chance on the secondary shot. We can show it with Prime Firestorm and a Riven real quick, just if you guys want to see how that is. We'll put 100 munitions in that last slot, and this will be with no Bane mod. A lot of people don't like to run Bane mods. They do help a lot if you're running 100 munitions, guys. Those Bane of the Corpus, Bane of the Grenier mods, they're very important if you're doing a 100 munitions setup. So let's just quickly give it a shot, and we'll jump into the Steel Path, because, I mean, it's just good. It is confirmed just good. As you see right there, that was with no Bane mod, much lower damage numbers, but then again, it might have just been some bad RNG on our HM procs. Should still be a one-shot on her. So yeah, as you can see, the Bane mod helps a lot. And the Rivens are probably not even worth slotting, really, at least for the time being. Hopefully it gets a Riven buff. I really don't like the 0.5 Dispo Rivens off the bat thing, but it's just the way the game is in 2021, I suppose. So yeah, pretty good. We got Prime Firestorm in one of the slots right now, so that's another damage mod not being used, really. But, hitting pretty hard. Enjoying it. And, of course, the shotgun mode has some built-in punch through, so you can shoot 2 enemies at once, and you can technically take a level 180 Goose Drag Officer with one shot. Because those are the Railjack Grenier, which are technically a little bit tankier than normal Grenier. Alright, jumping into the Steel Path gameplay. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is probably going to replace the Bramma for me, guys. I know the Bramma still has lots of really good use cases. It is more spammable than this because it is a bow and you can get infinite ammo because bows have no reload speed. Just like the Envoy, this thing gets held back by reload speed, but unlike the Envoy, this thing's you can reload one shot at a time. It's not like 4 seconds guaranteed waiting with the Envoy, unless you utilize the auto reload feature. 1 second of it's like maybe like 3/4 of a second to reload one shell with this thing. You can live with that, and like when you're not firing it, you're reloading it constantly. It's a really nice gun, honestly. So I would highly recommend it to you. Now here's the really, really big problem. Kuva Liches feel really slow compared to Sister Liches. Sister Liches are like twice the speed of Kuva Liches, and if you get unlucky and like you want to go for a 60% roll on this, and you get like a bunch of 25 rolls, you're gonna be really annoyed. I know I've probably done three or four Kuva Zarr Liches at this point to get to 54.8, and I am just like, I just do not want to go for, I want to get the 60 real bad, but at the same time, like I don't want to do Kuva Liches. They're so slow. I want the new Ephemeras from the Corpus ones, but this is the shining star of, honestly, I'd say this is probably the best weapon in the update I've seen so far, unless something like the, no, actually, this is probably the best weapon in the update, honestly, to be, unless the Cycron just like really wows me and is just like Kuva Nucor 2.0, or one of those new melee weapons is just like the God-slaying weapon. This is the best weapon of the update, Kuva Zarr. It's, as you can see, this is with no Riven. It is with Arcane Avenger and Sevagoth's debuff, technically, but it's slaying the Steel Path with none of the new Arcanes. So if you got the new Arcanes, slap 360% damage on this thing, slap some reload speed on here, and just go to town. Yeah, reload speed, dude, Merciless will be God tier on the Kuva Zarr, because it's going to give you reload speed, going to give you a huge chunk of extra damage, making your Hunter munitions even stronger. Look out for that. Look out for this being one of the best weapons in the game for clearing steel path hordes. Now, this Acolyte kill right here does not look that great because he kept dodging my flat cannon. But if you get some good slash procs on him, he will definitely die. I was trying to figure out what I want to use on him, actually. And the Cannonball mode is actually better against the Acolyte than you would think. So I actually switched to Sevagoth's Heavy Attack there. With a different setup, you could definitely kill the Acolyte easily. I have Prime Bane the Grenier on here. He's not a Grenier, obviously. So the second Acolyte we kill actually dies a lot quicker. So I would highly recommend this to you. Like I said, I have a Toxin roll right here. You know, if you don't have any of the ephemeras, you'll probably be getting multiple Zarrs to get the max roll anyway. So just like, you know, go for whatever ephemera you don't have, infuse it up afterwards with a Toxin one or potentially a Radiation one for more procs, and, you know, go to town. It's really fun. It's really powerful. They did the Zarr good. As a long-term Zarr fan that felt like the Zarr was not holding up, I am satisfied with this, and I give it the seal of approval. The seal of it's not complete garbage approval, which, you know, is a prestigious award in 2021 Warframe. Alright guys, hopefully you found the video helpful. Go out and farm your Kuva Zarr. I'm going to go start farming those Arcanes later on the live stream channel, so make sure you check that out and farm along with me. And you guys take it easy. Peace.